Good morning. Have I hopped on a flight over to Ireland, the green grass of Ireland, or the Highlands of Scotland, or even the rural UK? No, I'm here in Lanzarote. I'm here by Puerto Calero. Because of the rain, which I know you lot piss and moan about, and so do I, well, the island is green. So I thought we will do a little bit of a mix today, because loads of you are saying we want to see some more rural destinations. I'm not doing a rural tour today, by the way. I'm going to show you the green, and we're going to head down to Puerto Calero, okay? So we're going to get a bit of both. You're going to see some nice views on the way down Puerto Calero. That's where the action is. We can see the Submarine, we can see the Catamarans, we can see everything you can do down there. And I'm going to show you. Let's go. Come on. So can you believe it? Look, can you get your hat on that this is Lanzarote? So I thought I'd show you. We did a little bus tour down here, but this is not something that's unusual. This has always happened, or it used to happen, because we've got photos in our house of us and the kids and Mrs. TravelON and stuff in this exact spot. So what happens when it does rain, look, all these wildflowers come out and people come down here and get their photographs. In fact, when they do the Holy Communions here in Spain, which is a big thing, the communion, a lot of them come down in their fancy clothes with the photographers and they get the actual photo. But I tell you what, it's windy. It is windy. But look at that. Can you believe this is Lanzarote? This is what the rain has done to Lanzarote. I'm just going to show you this, but this is a great place. Look, you can come down here just by the Yiza school. You've got Femes there. You've got Playa Camada over there as well. That way over there is to Puerto del Carmen, and we're heading down there to Puerto Calero. So we are going to go and have a good old look at some tourist destinations. But this is gorgeous. Look, come down here, get these photos. You can sit down in the wildflowers. You've got to watch out for the people that jump off these mountains. Craziness. They do the paragliding. We might be putting paragliding on the website if you want to do that, www.travelon.world. But look, you can park the car there and you can have a little walk around. So it's something different for you to do if you've got a car. If you haven't, well, the best way to see the island in green is with one of the tours. And you know where to book that, don't you? Because I've told you 100 times. www.travelon.world. There you go. So we're going to walk down, look. Not going to take us long to get down to the front, but you can see some beautiful sea views. I may as well walk along the grass. I feel like I'm damaging it, but it's not actually grass, is it? It's like, well, I don't know. Is it weeds? It's sort of weeds and wildflowers, isn't it? But I'm not really. So they'll be gone. They'll be gone by the summer. But the weather's changed. So yesterday, if you didn't catch up on the live, I did a little cheeky live yesterday. Just a little Saturday one, which I don't usually do. And that's up on YouTube. And if you're watching on TikTok, everything gets recorded in 4K for YouTube. And then we put it on there. We put it on in the evening. So today, everything's recorded on there. And it will go up on YouTube. Oh, and I get back. But look at that. Look at the mountains, absolutely stunning. And the wind is behind me. And we're going to walk down to Puerto Calero. So Puerto Calero's down there. It's like a little adventure, this, isn't it? Can you see the sea? Well, yeah, from every angle. So good morning to all of you. Thanks for joining. Please make sure to smash the heart button, to share the live. Let's see how many people we can get on today. Want as many people as possible. We used to do 1,000 on a Sunday morning, but well, things change, don't they? People do things. Yellow and purple flowers is what's coming out at the moment, look. But it's gorgeous. What do you think of these sceneries? This is why we've got under 500, you see. So a lot of you messaged me, and I did a video and said, look, would you like to see some more rural locations? And yesterday on the live, I said, where do you want me to go? And Neil suggested walking from Puerto Calero to Puerto del Carmen. I said, yeah, but it's all rural. So it's beautiful views like this, but, and I'm not slagging you lot off, it's just human nature. People prefer to see the bars and the restaurants and see people on holiday than they do me gabbing on, walking through beautiful scenery. Look at these beautiful flowers. Do you know what I mean? I feel like Alan Titchmarsh. Unfortunately, I'm not. I'm just a tit with a camera, but look at them. Gorgeous flowers. I might pick some for Mrs. TravelON. Are they weeds? Because they don't look it, do they? Gorgeous. It's like Gardener's World, this, isn't it? Bloody Titchmarsh. Yeah, there's another one down there. Wonder what the name of it is. We'll have to get some any gardeners on there. Green fingers. Right, let's have 772 of you. Good morning. Welcome. This is the gardening channel with me, Mr. TravelON, in the middle of fields. In the middle of fields in Lanzarote, if you would believe. Unbelievable. Look at this. Absolutely stunning. This is a gorgeous walkway down here, and it's going to lead us right down there. It's not too far, look, down to Puerto Calero, and we're going to go and see some bars, restaurants, see if we can sneak into some hotels, see what people we see. And as I said, everything's going on YouTube, so it's recorded in 4K, so you can catch up later as well. And for those of you watching on YouTube, well, if you want to join in live, there you go. So please ask questions, and our moderators will pin good questions while we walk down. I can see your comments now and again, but I do tend to chat a lot, so we've got our moderators on hand. They can also answer questions if I can't see it. And I've got stones in my shoes. And what's this geezer doing? He's having a little walk through there. So there are little places, look, where you can drive the car up. Look at this. This is stunning, isn't it? This is absolutely stunning. I'll tell you what, if Mrs. TravelON had 2 legs, and for those of you new to the channel, don't worry, I haven't got a wife with 1 leg. She's broke her foot. If she had 2 legs, I'd come for a romantic walk with her down here. She'd bloody love that, she would. So they're planting something here. ¿Qué? ¿Qué es? No sabe, no? They're planting something here, look. They've got all the watering things and everything. And he's just shrugging his shoulders and told me, I don't know what it is. So yes, oh God, I nearly bloody went over on my ankle then. I nearly broke my ankle as well. Got to be careful. Good job she's not down here. Thank you, Neil. So Neil's booked. Neil's put a pin up there, look. If you want to book trips, tours, excursions, www.travelon.world. This is how you can come and see this if you don't have a car. If you've got a car, just drive down to Yiza, right by the Yiza school there. And well, it's all over the island. You're going to see the island in a completely different way. So if you're coming out from sort of now to March, this is the best time to see Lanzarote green. You're not going to see it like this during the summer, and it hasn't been like this since the Locky. Since that time when they locked us up, things changed with the weather. I've always said it. And we haven't seen this for a while. We also didn't see the influx of ladybirds for a while, so I wonder if they'll come back this year. We used to have thousands of ladybirds hatching, and then we also had butterflies. We used to have loads of butterflies hatch, butterfly season, and that never happened. So I wonder if that's coming back this year as well. It's all in cycles, isn't it? So we're nearly there. Look, we're nearly in Puerto Calero. I've nearly gone arse over tit twice, so you've got to be careful. Right, come on, look, we've gone from 700 people to 579. And make sure to smash the heart button, make sure to share it. Someone just said we're prisoners. I don't disagree with you there. I really don't. I really don't. Come on. Look at that. I'm going to keep stopping and showing you. God, I am going to go arse over tit down here for sure. Don't know about tit marsh. But look, this is like farmland and stuff. And like I said, they do paragliding. Paragliding, is it? Or parascending? What's it called? Where they basically, they jump off there and they come down there. The guy's messaged us about 100 times, or messaged the company. Like I said, I don't really deal with all of that. I just do the face. I'm just the face. What a handsome face it is as well. But they're like, do we want to sell this paragliding? I'm like, yeah, we can do, but it's all weather permitted. It's a lot of work for us to do if they cancel because of weather. And so we'll see. We might put it on there. But would you fancy that? Jumping off there and gliding down to here. That's what they do. The thing is, if it goes onto the website, they're going to ask me to go and bloody do it, aren't they? And there is no way I'm doing a video of me doing that, I would shite myself. Bad enough on a jet ski, let alone up in the air. But I know you'd like to see it. Anyway, as Neil has pinned, www.travelon.world. That is where you book your tours, okay? And there is a great little tour that will take you around the island. You'll get to see the north and the south. The north is even greener than this. And you can see the volcanoes, Tim and Fire. Use the code TTK. That'll get you a special discount for you guys watching on TikTok. And that's it. And then you can book all your boat trips, which we're going to show you down here. Your submarines, which we're going to show you down here. Your taxi boat. Oh, yes. This is what it's all about. Now, I'm going to give you a secret. This is a secret only because you've tuned in this morning. If you come into Lanzarote this year, well, prices might go up in the summer. They usually do. So, if you book now, you get winter prices. But there's a special discount code which has gone up on Friday, but it's invalid from 12 o'clock midnight tonight, and it's just the word weekend. If you use that discount code, you'll get a bigger discount, and you can book for whenever you want. You can pay a deposit and then pay the rest on the day, and that's it. That'll save you a lot of money for summer. If you know what you're doing, whack on there, pay a deposit. You don't have to pay anything until the day of the excursion or a little bit before the excursion, and you're rocking and rolling. You'll get winter prices plus the weekend discount. Shit, I've come to the end of the road here, and there's like a massive hill. Well, when I say massive hill, it's not that massive, but gee, I've nearly fell over again. This is why I don't do rural destinations. I like to walk on the flat. Right, come on, let's get through this grass. How the hell am I getting down here? I'm going to have to piss in rock climb down here. Right, let me show you one more view. There's a dog over there. He's on the leash though, so. Are the tours wheelchair accessible? Arriving Wednesday. R16, no, they're not, really, I'll be honest with you. They're accessible to the point that if you can get onto the coach and you can put the wheelchair underneath, that's fine. But apart from that, no. It's one of them bugbears here in Lanzarote. It's not great that the coaches for the tours are not wheelchair accessible. The only way you're going to do that is to either hire a car that's sort of wheelchair accessible or a taxi. So no, they're not really, to be fair. The destinations that they go to are, like all the attractions and stuff, they're all set up for wheelchair accessibility, but it's the buses. And that's the same with boats and stuff like that. Some boats are set up, some are not. But then even if some boats are, it's the buses to get you there. Right, come on, we're going to go this way. We're nearly there, look, we're nearly in Puerto Calero. So while we walk along the main road, Jesus Christ, feel like a cyclist getting in everybody's way. While we walk down here, make sure to smash the heart button, share the live. I've got a shoe full of stones. Do you do wine tours? Yes, shot. There is a wine tour that is coming on our website for 2026. Plus, if I can pull this off, we've also got the Dinner Diablo. So that is the dinner up at the volcanoes. You know, the one where they cook the chicken over the heat of the volcanoes? That hopefully will be on our website next week or the week after. And it was always exclusive to TUI. They had the sort of monopoly on it. But I found a way to get us up there. So I found another company that does it. Look at these flowers along here, but there's like loads of cans and litter and stuff as well. It ruins it. So yes, that's coming, and a new wine tour as well. It's more of a private wine tour. So it's not going to be like one on a bus with loads of people, because what they find with wine tours is it's like a handful of people. I thought wine was mega popular, but I think people just like drinking it in the gallon load. But it's not something that that loads of people go in big groups to watch it being made. Right, I need to get across the road. This is silent down here. It's really peaceful. Right, which way am I going? I'm going to cross over here. 1 second. Let's cover this. Let's go. So just down this road is the road that takes you down to Puerto Calero if you've got a car. We'll go on this side of the road. Look, if we'll walk against the traffic. Dear mate, I honestly feel like a cyclist getting in everybody's bloody way here. I think I'll get in. I think I'll get right onto the fields here. If I can get over this wall. A lovely house up there as well. I fancy living down here. So this is where the rich people live. This is, well, when I say the rich people, you've got a bit of a mixture here. So you've got these big villas here, look. Over there, they're big, posh villas. And like places like that, look, mega money. Look at that with them views. But then a little bit further on up there, you have got some like residential complexes where different sort of, when I say different people, you know, normal folk, normal folk that are not absolutely minted live, and them are like more reasonable, but they're like on a complex, you know what I mean? Not like your private villas and stuff like that. But the rich do live down here, and it's known as Millionaire's Marina. It's where all the rich keep their boats and stuff like that. I'd like to know how to become one of them rich, wouldn't you? Wouldn't you? Look, I'd love that. Imagine that house, middle of nowhere. Middle of nowhere, look. There you go. Can't show roads on TikTok, I know you can't. Well, you can, but you can't walk down them. You can't walk down them because then you get a violation that you're doing something dodgy. Or dangerous. You can do everything else. Right, where the hell have I come here? I basically need to get down there, and I've come on a right mission. I've come on a right mission, look. But the sun is shining, look. The weather is back in Lanzarote. Yesterday and the day before was horrible, but the rest of the week is looking good. Let me get off this shitey area because I am literally tripping up stones and my feet are full of little stones as well, so it's very uncomfortable. Let me get off here. Let's get back on that main road. We're nearly there anyway, look. We're nearly at Puerto Calero. I can see the main bus stop, and we're going to walk right in. But I bet you never thought you'd see Lanzarote like that. But it's nothing new. A lot of you are saying, oh, this is like, we've never seen weather like it. You're right, it just hasn't happened for a while. But like I said, what happened in 2020 changed a lot of things, including the weather for some reason. I'm not going to get my tinfoil hat on and, you know, start banging on about conspiracy theories, but I mean, you know, looks flat to me. Looks like a flat earth to me. And a dome underneath as well, and a dome at the top as well. Why do you think rainbows go like that in an archway? You can see the bloody top of you can see the dome when it rains. Anyway, let's not get in conspiracy theories. You lot already think I'm barking mad. Let's get across this road without getting killed or banned from TikTok. Whoop. Oh, I'll be glad to get off here. So these are the posh villas, look. Look, these are them. These are the money ones. These are the money shots, look. This is where the wealthy live. Look at that. I have a picture of me and the kids. I've already told them, Mrs. TravelON, that you've got a picture of you and the kids down here. So it's a lovely place to come, honestly. If you've got a car or you want to join one of the tours, look at that tree. That is gorgeous. I'm like bloody Alan Titchmarsh, ain't I? Like David Attenborough today. Look at that. That is such a cool tree. Don't know why, but I like it. You could hide under that. I'd build a den. Do you remember the days when we were kids? I mean, now it's all technology, isn't it? And computer games and stuff, and it has gone full circle of horribleness. But I remember just being like a kid in my nan's back garden and just like playing in the trees, you know what I mean? You're getting back to nature, isn't it? Look at this. We're a bloody tree hugger. This is bloody hell, I feel like bloody Frodo. I feel like I'm in Lord of the Rings here. That is an awesome tree. I'm gonna hug it. I'm gonna have a little tree hug, look. Oh. They say that when you hug a tree, you get the energy from it. Oh, I'm feeling alive. That is mad. I'm proper hippie. I'm hippieing it up. Apparently, I saw on the news that because of the rain, for the first time, or not the first time, for quite a while in Lanzarote, there's been some wild mushrooms growing. Now, I don't know if they're the ones that when you eat, you go into psychedelicness. But if they are, and we find some, I'll have a little... I won't. Can you imagine that? Can you imagine that? I've always fancied, like, you know, you see these people that go on their wild travels and they go to, like, these places where they do, like, well, you can do all sorts of... There's one in... I've seen like some of the TikTokers and the YouTubers, the young uns, you know what I mean? That's what they're all into now, isn't it? Back in the day, we just used to go out and get smashed up, didn't we? And that was our holiday. Be like 2 weeks in the sun, absolutely leathered every single night, come back, not knowing what you did and why you're itching like crazy. But these days they go and do all these sort of hippie things, don't they, and stuff. But there's ones where you can actually go and like, they'll put this sort of stuff from a frog on and you'll start tripping out and stuff, and you know, you sort of you access your spiritual side. Do you know, I fancy doing it, but I know I'd go mad. I think it'd send me mad, honestly. I think I'd come back. I think I'd come back and be institutionalized. I'd see something. I'd see something in my experience. I don't know what I'd see, but yeah, it's weird, isn't it? There's so many things that you can do that send you into these things. But yeah, hugging trees is meant to be another one. Look, there's loads down here. Got a big cacti here, look, as well. Cacti looks dead because of the rain. I thought they drank water, but they live on dry, don't they, the cacti? Look at these big trees. Anyway, Mr. TravelON, what are you bloody talking about? It's like a fucking forest expert here. Oh, the bloody woods in there. Yeah, get up to all sorts in there, couldn't you? Anyway, we are nearly in Puerto Calero. Look, I don't want to show too much of the road, but we're nearly here, look. So this is the roundabout of Puerto Calero, the main roundabout, and this will lead us down into the hotel, I forget the name of it, I'll tell you when we get down there, and then it'll take us right into the marina. So we're gonna have a good old nose around there. We're gonna see what's going on. Mel just said the cacti are drowning. Yes, there you go. That's interesting, isn't it? On Gardener's World with Mr. TravelON this Sunday morning. Due to the massive rainfall in Lanzarote over the last few weeks, the cacti are drowning. The cacti are drowning. However, the big trees are absolutely loving it. There you go. Look at that, Gardener's World. And the palm trees, look, they're not happy. Well, they're all right, aren't they? There you go, and there's my new house being built, look. Someone's building me a new house just there. I might buy that. There, that's a posh old villa there, isn't it? Look behind it. Welcome to Puerto Calero. That was a nice little rural walk, wasn't it? Give you some culture for the day. Now let's get back to business. There's the roundabout. You know you've hit Puerto Calero when you see the boat roundabout, look, and the sign that says Puerto Calero. And that looks like it's going to be a cracking villa. So as I said, this is Millionaire's Marina. This is where the rich and famous live. Anyone with any cash buys a house down here or builds one. And some of them have boats that are down here as well. So we're going to see some posh boats. We're going to see Submarine. We're going to see Catamarans. We are going to see all sorts. And that's like a little office for something, look. Maybe to, I don't know, look. Wow, go and have a look at this house, look. No one's in the office, it's Sunday. I'm going to have a little nose at this, look. See what they're building. See what they're building here, look. Wow, look at the bloody size of that. Look at the size of that. So that is going to be some kind of whopping villa, isn't it, look, with I think it'll have big windows, look. Little walkway out there. And it'll have unspoilt sea views, really. Morning, Lanz Chick, how are you? Lanza Chick's on, bless her. Somebody messaged me, Lanza Chick, about Sands Beach the other day. I said, message Lanza Chick, I ain't got a bloody clue. So Lanza Chick, well, she's great. She does loads of videos on Lanzarote, promotes the island and stuff. And she doesn't live here, but she comes on holiday a lot and she loves Costa de Gizeh. And she's always in Sands Beach. So if you want questions on Costa de Gizeh and that, then she's the girl for you, look. Here's another little villa, a little street down there. Sea views, right, come on, let's get cracking. I'm also going to show you a new shopping centre down here as well. So Make sure to heart, share, and let's go, okay? Bloody cyclist. Let's go. Right, come on. Oh, there's a bloody dog coming this way as well. He looks vicious. He's on a leash, but they see me with this camera, these dogs, and they think it's a knife or a gun. I swear to God, they think I'm going to attack their owner. No, it's only a Labrapoodle. Nice gate. That's a nice gate, look. So, would you fancy living here in the old Puerto Calero with the rich and famous? Look, some of these are holiday homes as well. I can see they've got the word VV on. That means Vivienda Villacas. There's a great cafe next to Hipadino. Clara, highly recommended. What do you mean highly recommended, Mrs. TravelON? When have you been down here and gone to there? Because you never told me about this. Spending money again on fucking croissants and bloody brunch. I think, what the hell? Look at the size of that villa. That is mad. And there's another one being built there. Look at that. Get the old camera over. So these are big old holiday villas. Somebody messaged me actually, said they want to show me around a massive one, but they're going home on Wednesday. I'm going to try and do it. I could have done it today, couldn't I? Because I'm down here. Could have. I'm dressed like a dickhead, so I don't really want to. I'm not going to go to a posh villa dressed like this. Look at that. Look at that. That's nice, isn't it? Don't want to stick the camera too much because I'm not sure people are living there or if they're on holiday. Look. Right, I'm going to show you this new shopping centre down here. Been there twice. Mrs. TravelON's been here twice apparently. It's only just been opened. Don't know, she's been there twice. She's blooming. She's got one leg. So she said to me, if you don't know what's happened to Mrs. TravelON, she's fractured her foot. You probably do if you follow her on TikTok because, you know, it's all dramatic. The only good thing is she's not like just showing a picture of her foot and then saying, I can't believe this has happened. And then everyone goes, oh, what's happened? And then she says, PM me, hun, PM me. That's what I hate, people, attention-seeking arseholes on social media. You know, when they go to hospital and they've got tubes out their nose and they just post a selfie. Well, I didn't expect this for a Tuesday. And it's like, oh my God, what happened? What happened? What happened? PM me, hun. I'm not going to tell you in public, just going to get the sympathy and then everyone can PM me. Anyway, as a rant for the day. But yes, she has hurt her foot. I'm happy as a pig in shit because she can't get upstairs, so I can hide. And I'll get the bed to myself. But she said yesterday, oh, I think I might try and like, get up the stairs this week and like, you know, get back to sleeping upstairs. Oh, shit. I've got to tidy the bloody place and get rid of the strippers first that I've locked in the cupboard. Because if she finds them, I'm fucking done for, ain't I? There's 3 of them. They're gagged at the moment. Can't say, luckily they're soundproofed. I've soundproofed the room and gagged them. But if she goes up and finds them, it's game over. Right. Look at this. So this is a new cafe. Look, another sort of ladies' cafe. That's why Mrs. TravelON likes it. Look, Clara Bistro and Cafe. Looks beautiful, very pink. Buenos días, amigo. ¿Todo bien? Bonita. The cafe bien? Estupendo. Yeah, look, the security's here as well. Look. Muy rosa, no? So it's very pink, look. So here's the menu. Look, Mrs. TravelON says this. But oh, look, you can get waffles. You can get... This is bad for you, but it's nice, look. Wow. Look at this matcha. It's another thing this is a ladies thing, look. That's why it's pink. Definitely loads of avocado, smoothies, double black coffee, espresso. Yeah, I can get a black coffee for $1.80. It's not too bad, is it? Wow, look at that. Look, there you go, look. There you go. It's just full of women taking pictures of their food. Unbelievable. Unbelievable. And then you got the Hipadino here, look. So this is the new supermarket. Sorry, I'm going in. They'll probably tell me off. This is a new supermarket, look, in Puerto Calero. Puerto Calero's not really had a supermarket for a long, long time. Shit, have I got any money on me? If I had money, I could get some bread for the fish, couldn't I? I don't think I have. Sometimes I keep a tenner in this Bum bag? No, I haven't. But you got fresh bakery, look. Lovely supermarket. I do like a bit of Heapadino, if I'm honest with you, but just for like things like this. So this is an express one where you can get sort of little food and stuff like that. Your sort of daily essentials. It's going to be a lot more than the big one because this is like the Tesco Express. But loads of sweets. Look, these are unbelievable, but I'm on a diet. These are probably one of my best sweets. God, they're gorgeous. There you go. Got all sorts in here, look. You've got all sorts. Yesterday I went and I was going to get Alfie a bag of Skittles, and they were like $1.65. We've got to get out of here because I think the signal's gone, hasn't it? And I'm going to be buffering in a minute. Let's get out of here. Look. Hola, buenas. ¿Todo bien? There you go. New supermarket. Beautiful. There you go. Security guard was having a coffee, so I didn't get in trouble then, did I? But she gave me a dirty look. You're glitching. I'm back now, Donna. Don't worry. That's why I got out of there sharpish. So we're at the side of the Puerto Calero Hotel, which for some reason, because I'm getting old, I can't bloody think of the name of it. I'll tell you in a minute. So you've seen a little bit of greenery. You've seen the brand new shopping centre there. Look, that should have some new businesses in soon. Like I said, they've got Clara at the moment, but if Clara does good, guaranteed there'll be another one set up right next door to it, because that's what happens in Lanzarote. No one seems to be able to think for themselves. They just see one thing work, and instead of opening it like somewhere else, they'll open it right next door. It's madness. And then you get two places which are just doing okay, and then one ends up closing. And then another one takes over. It's mad. The Costa Calero, there you go. Thanks, Mrs. TravelON, sorry. So I came down here with the boys. When did I come down here with the boys? Was it for my birthday? Me and the boys had a little spa, me, Alfie and Jack. The spa's open to the public. It's actually really nice. You've got a little outside area. Obviously I couldn't do a video because there was people there, but it's a beautiful hotel. Shall I go in? I might get in trouble. I don't like going into the hotels with this big camera setup. When I come and do hotels, I always do it first thing in the morning when no one's around. I'll show you reception, and if someone kicks off, then we'll make our exit. You can only say go away, can't they? Look, loads of people off, look. Loads of people going home. There we go. Hello, my darling. How are you going home?
Yeah.
Do you want to say hello to everyone? Look, she's just gone. It's Mr. What's-It. It's Mr. What's-It, Mr. TravelON.
That's in the watch on TV.
Did you? There you go. Well, look, here, have a couple of stickers. You could have been on TV, but you won't say hello.
No.
Look, she's hiding. She's not. Is it? Enjoyed yourself here?
Lovely.
Nice hotel. Fantastic. Are you going home?
Yeah.
Poor. Never mind. Back next time.
Yeah.
There you go. They're going home. Look, beautiful. Look. Let me show you this. Mr. What's-It. I like that. Oh, it's Mr. What's-It. I've been called worse. Look, beautiful reception. Look, there's like a manager there, so I've got to be careful. I don't know what they probably will let me in here, but I get a bit snotty. Some hotels do. It depends. These aren't too bad. Look, but there's a massive reception. I reckon I can backdoor this place. What we'll do on the way back, we'll backdoor it because there's an entrance at the back door down by the spa, and that gets me right in. That gets me right in. Right, come on, let's get going. Let's head down to Puerto Calero, down to the marina. Have a safe journey back. See you later. Hello, mate. How are you?
Good.
She saw me as well, but she didn't. She said, "Don't you bloody put that camera on me." I like your cases. You know what they're missing, don't you?
No.
My face. My face on your case. You've got to get them on. Have you had a lovely holiday?
Lovely.
Yeah? So what's it like here?
Well, it's our 13th time that we've been here. So
In this hotel?
yes,
My God, so the reception probably know you and everything, don't they?
we know a lot of the stuff.
It must be good then. I came a few weeks ago and went to the spa, really enjoyed that. But the only thing I find with Puerto Calero is it's a little bit out. So there's not much to do in this area apart from the marina. No. But do you like just...
hire a car.
So you hire a car? Yeah. And what do you think of the colour of the island? Because it's green?
Yeah.
It's
Never
beautiful, isn't it?
Never known it.
Well, it does happen now and again. I've got pictures from like a few years ago, but because of the rain, up there. You've got lovely flowers and everything.
Yeah.
Well, have a fantastic journey home, and you'll be on YouTube later on. She can watch it on the telly.
Yeah.
See you later, my darlings. Bye. Have a lovely day. Bye. There you go. Look, they're off. They're off. The sky is blue. 950 people on. Come on, let's share the live. Let's smash the heart. I told you, didn't I? The minute I get out of the rural destinations and into some action, this is why I don't go live in the rural places. Because people just like a little bit of action. People like to watch what's going on, see people on holiday, and fair play to you. I think I would too. And I think this is why TV is changing. I mean, we've got like a dodgy fire stick. I'll talk about The Apprentice in a bit while we walk down here. So we've got a dodgy fire stick, so we watch like UK TV on that. But there is piss all on. Like, there is nothing on. And I think this is why social media and streaming and stuff like that and YouTube is going to take over. Because it's just repeats. I watched Jane McDonald. I know she did the Canary Island one, and I was on that when she came to Lanzarote. But I also was watching one the other day called Pole to Pole. That was a repeat. All they seem to do is repeat things on normal TV. It's no wonder people are going to Netflix and social media and stuff. But I thought, it's not really entertaining, is it? I mean, she's good, don't get me wrong. But it's because you have to watch all your P's and Q's and stuff. And I think people are just sick of it. I think people just want to see a fat knobhead like me just rocking around and chatting shite. Do you know what I mean? I think that's what they want. I'm going to just bob up here. No, I'm not. I'm going to head straight down, because up here you can actually see some of the rooms, but the spa's up that way. Not the supermarket, the spa. Anyway, talking a normal telly, we caught up on The Apprentice. So the new Apprentice has come on. If you don't know, I actually applied for The Apprentice years ago. And I got to a couple of levels. I got through a couple of levels, but I screwed up because I actually treated it like it was a proper job. So I got through the first bits by like just being a bit cocky and funny. And then when they had what was called the interview, I went in there as if it was like a proper business interview, and I didn't get through. Basically, I don't think I was cocky or stupid enough. So I messed it up, but I might go back in and do it again, because there's a woman on there now. I mean, she's I don't think she's as old as me, but I've always thought it's the only reality TV show I reckon I could go on, but I think I'd be sacked. Not for doing anything wrong. I'd be sacked for calling someone a CUNT. I just know it. I can see it now, because I watch it. The anger that fills my... If I was on Gogglebox, I tell you what, I'd be banned from that as well, because last night we watched the first Apprentice. Did you see the embarrassment of these people? But this is what they want. They don't want... They'll handpick a couple of decent ones, but they don't want good business people, do they? Because that would be boring. They want the knobs. But I'm surprised they got rid of the... theatre lady. I mean, don't worry. I mean, you know, she made me skin creep, to be honest. Every time she spoke, my arsehole sphinxter just went, oh, God, shut up, you stupid cow. Because she's just like, oh, everything's wonderful. Clearly not. You were fired in the first go. Why? Because you bloody were one of these new age. Oh, well, we completely failed, but I tell you what, we bonded as a team. And Sugar's like, bonded as a team? Don't make me money, love. You're fired. But I'm surprised she went, because she would have been entertainment, so I don't know. Anyway, there's my thing. See, Mrs. TravelON says I rant. She couldn't tell you what I say, though. Jesus Christ. I'd be cancelled in a second. Someone needs to put microphones in my house when something's on the telly. I go mental. I'm like, who that fucking, look at that. It was just unbelievable, the whole affair. But there you go. I'd love to go on The Apprentice, and Mrs. TravelON says, you'd be great on it, but you would hate these people. And I said, yeah, you're probably right. You're probably right. I'd end up calling one of them a knob, a CUNT. I'd end up punching one of them. I would. I'd end up punching one of them. Or if I'd have done it back in the early days when I wasn't with Mrs. TravelON, I'd have ended up there. I'd have ended up copping off with 2 of them, causing mayhem. For sure, I'd have done that in the house. You all live together, don't you? I'd have been straight back on the booze. What the hell's the ferry doing over there? There's a bloody ferry on there. What is that doing there? I'm confused. Let's go and see. Lovely little stairway down here. So we've walked along here, look. We're going into Puerto Calero now. The cat is saying good morning. Good morning, cat. Good morning. How are you? Say hello to TikTok. You're live to 925 people. Have a lovely day. If reincarnation exists, I think I'd probably like to come back as a Lanzarote cat. They get treated better than most humans here. And so they should, because they don't get in my way. They don't do my head in. Anyway, so shall I apply for the apprentice again? I might get cancelled. Honestly, I'd end up saying, with the way they're cancelling things, I'd be branded like misogynistic. We went through this yesterday, didn't we? You know, oh, he's misogynistic. Oh, he's this, he's that. I'm sorry, but it was madness. So if you haven't seen The Apprentice, get on it. It's funny. It's funny. But I do like it when they stick them all together and say, right, this is what you're doing. Right, beautiful restaurant here. I'll show you this in a bit. This is a posh old restaurant as Amora. Right, come on, we're nearly on 1,000 people. We've got 958. Share the live. Let's smash the button. I mean, this is a posh restaurant, look, but the menu is just A4 pieces of paper printed out. I guess maybe they change it on a regular basis, but look, they've just like sellotaped it on. I mean, come on. I ain't being funny. It's beautiful. They do a lot of weddings here and stuff. Went there last year, it was crap. I've been here once and it weren't all that, but I just can't justify posh food, mate. I just can't justify. I want to know why that ferry's over there, because that is the ferry from Lanzarote to Fuerteventura. And why is it here? What ferry are they using to get to Fuerteventura? I'm so confused. I'm gonna have to find out what's going on here. But beautiful views from this restaurant, look. And they do all the weddings here. So if you want to book it for a wedding, it costs you an absolute arm and a leg, but it's nice. I think I've been here a long time. Mel's calling me a cheap steak. It's a cheap steak. I'm a cheap. Yes, I am, Mel. I can't even say the word. Talking of steak, for those of you that didn't know, when it was Jack's birthday in December, I went and spent €100 on some steaks, and we made them in this new oven that I bought. And they were okay, don't get me wrong, but for €100, they certainly weren't that. The other day, we went and bought some really nice steaks, entrecôte, from Hipadino. And they were like $13.50 for 4 beautiful 3 centimetre thick steaks. Best steak I've ever tasted. So this is another thing with steaks. I can't tell the difference. When people say, oh yeah, but it's a better cut of meat. I can't tell the bloody difference, me. I just scoff it down my neck and shite it out the other end. This is why I just don't get it. I'm not a foodie, but I do like, I'm happy to go to restaurants and show you that, which I need to get more done as well. This is Cat Lanza, so this is one of the best catamarans on the island. It does 2 different options. It does a family one. Neil's going to pin it up. www.travelon.world is where you book all of these trips, look, including the Submarine. But Cat Lanza is the only one that does an adults only. So it does there's a family one, and it takes you down to Papagayo. The crew here are just fantastic. The food, the drink, they're really all about service, and they don't put too many people on there as well. So it's like a really nice experience. And the adults only one obviously has got no kids. Teenagers can go on that one. www.travelon.world, you can book that there. I don't know what these lot are doing here, but they're, oh, are they going parasailing? What are they doing? I'm gonna find out. Are they sailing? Oh God, this is the thing about sports, and that's too much equipment. I think they're sailing. And then here, look, is the old Submarine. www.travelon.world again. And this will take you 30 metres below the ocean. And this is one of only 15 commercial submarines in the world. There's one here, there's one in Tenerife. I think there's one in Gran Canaria, and there's a couple in Egypt, I think. But this is one of 15 commercial submarines, a yellow submarine. Mr. Beast was on the one in Tenerife. If you've got kids or teens that follow Mr. Beast, he went on this, he hired the whole thing out. that was a missed opportunity because they could have sent me there to go and meet him. I'd have loved to have met Mr. Beast. But yeah, it's brilliant. You have to get down there via ladders there. So for disabilities, it's not the best, but because you've got to get down the ladders, and babies are not allowed on. You have to be over 2 years old, I think, and that's just because of like the masks and stuff, if there's ever an incident, which there never is. Back in the good old days, before the locky down ruined everything, they used to have a diver come down and feed the fish, but they had to get rid of that because the government said something or wanted some rules. But they sometimes see one eater, which is a giant stingray. And you see so many fish and you see the shipwrecks and stuff. I'm going to take you over there to the office, look. I'm going to take you over there to the office, and there's Catalans at the back. They used to have a slide. I thought they had a slide on the back of that one. Maybe they put it out. I can't remember. It's been a while since I've been on there. But that's the back. You get off the catamaran there. But what a day, look. What a day. What are these guys do? I couldn't be arsed doing this. I could not be arsed doing this. What are you doing? Sailing? Yeah. Ah, so they're setting up all the sails. Look at the bloody size of these. That's a big job. Are you packing away or going out? Terminado or Envasa?
Going out.
You're going out?
Yeah, but we are already now training.
You're training?
We start on next Thursday.
Wow, that's a lot of work, a lot of setup, no?
Yeah.
Oh, that I couldn't be bothered with. Have a lovely day. See you later. There you go, look. There's some people over there as well. So I think these are the sailing teams, look. It's a rich old sport, this, isn't it? It's why we're Millionaires Marina. A rich old sport. I want to know why that bloody ferry's over there. Does anybody know? But you've got a few different boats down here, look. Some really sort of nice ones. I'll take you and show you these. And then what we'll do is we'll go along there to all the restaurants, show you some places that you can eat and drink down here, because it's a brilliant place to come. There's a market on a Tuesday and Friday, and like I said, you can actually walk from Puerto del Carmen along the coast to this area and then get the little taxi boat back. Or get the taxi boat here and walk back. And I have done a video years ago on that. And Neil suggested that I do that today and go live. And like I said to Neil, yes, it's a good idea, but we might lose people because people like to look at things like this. But I think we will, and I think I probably will do it live, but maybe I'll do it on a Saturday, the next Saturday that I get free, instead of the Sunday one. So this is Sweet Indulgence, look. I think I've been on this one. I think I've been on this one because you can rent it. I'm pretty sure I have been on this one. So you can rent that and go out. I think I went on that when I was a rep with Mrs. TravelON. We've done so many different things. You've got the Talua Ruby 3, look. There you go. Would I want to own a boat? I don't know. I mean, it's a status symbol, isn't it, to say you own a boat like that? But a lot of work, a lot of maintenance. I can just about manage a fish tank. And Mrs. TravelON feeds the bloody fish. It's like having a pet, isn't it? You think it's a good idea until you get one. You're like, for fuck's sake, I've got to feed this thing. I've got to clean it up. Jeez, no thanks. You've got the money. I wish I had the bloody money. If I had the money, do you think I'd be wandering around here on a Sunday morning at 9 o'clock? This is the thing, people think like that. Oh, he's all over social media, must be loaded. Loaded? If I was loaded, why am I pissing around on a Sunday morning, walking around? I'd be sat in me bloody, I'd be sat on my boat, wouldn't I? With a few strippers. That's loaded. So this is a taxi boat and another ferry as well. This is another one of Linneas Romero's boats. What the hell's going on here? Why have all these boats changed? I need to find out if this is now the taxi boat. Maybe they're swapping them around because they're cleaning one and doing the other. Well, that's a little taxi boat. That can't be the taxi boat, surely. So the taxi boat, let me tell you about that. www.travelon.world. You can get this little boat. It's usually this one, but I have a feeling they're doing something with this one and they're using this one today. And it goes basically between Puerto Calero and Puerto del Carmen, okay? Nice little trip. Fantastic if you've got little kids and they want to do a little boat trip, but you don't want to like do a massive expensive one. Because getting out on a boat with a kid is like getting out on a boat, isn't it? It's like, oh, come on, we'll go for a nice little day. It's €15 return. You get to spend a bit of time in Puerto Calero. You get to get the boat back. But it looks like they're using this one. Captain's coming here. Do I know him? Buenos dias, amigo. Buenos dias. Para taxi, no? Este barco es para the taxi. No, esto, no? Ah, ok. ¿Y por qué esto aquí? ¿Y qué barco es en Playa Blanca? Ah, muy bien. Sí? Perfecto. Gracias, gracias. There you go. So this is one of the best boat companies on the island. So usually that's the taxi boat. Today they're using this because they have boats in Graciosa as well, which I'll tell you about in a minute. So that one's been maintained, so they're using this one. And that's the ferry over to Fuerteventura, but they brought the ferry from Graciosa down to Playa Blanca. Bloody hell, what an organisation. And then they're maintaining this one, so they're always in the water. Very, very good company. I actually worked for them for 8 years, for quite a while, but they're fantastic. So that's the ferry that we recommend from Lanzarote to Fuerteventura, www.travelon.world. It's a brand new ferry. It's custom built just for tourists. And you've got two options. You can go direct if you're in Playa Blanca. You just book your tickets, turn up, get your boarding cards and go on. Or if you're stopping sort of up this way towards Puerto del Carmen and Costa de Gizeh, you book with pickup and the bus will pick you up, take you down to Playa Blanca, you'll head over to Fuerteventura, and then they'll bring you back, and then the bus will be waiting to bring you back to the hotel. It's the only ferry company that does that. The other ferry companies are the ones for the cars, really, if you've got a hire car. And if you have got a hire car and you want to take that over to Fuerteventura, all you need to do is check with your insurance company that you're allowed to do it. Neil up in the website, www.travelon.world. You can book them all on there. But the Linea Somera one is the one that we recommend because it's got a pickup. It's just a lot easier, and they just focus on tourists, you know, that's what they're there for. And as I said, the taxi boat, you can book that as well, €15 return, great little way. And they've also got a mini cruise down in Playa Blanca, which is brand new as well. And that's really, really good value for money if you're stopping down in Playa Blanca. And then Graciosa, as I said, is a tiny little island right up the north. I've done a few videos up there, it's beautiful, unspoilt. And you can do the Graciosa catamaran. That's probably the best catamaran if you're stopping in Costa de Gizeh, because it's the closest to Costa de Gizeh rather than coming down this way and back up. And the views, and you see a little bit of the island. It's just unbelievable. And they also do a ferry with pickup. Bloody hell. There's a lot they do. Neil's pinned it, www.travelon.world. Use the code TTK, but if you're going to book for this year and you know you're coming and you want to secure something at today's prices, and you want a bigger discount, then up till midnight tonight, you can use the code WEEKEND, okay? That'll give you a bigger discount, today's prices. You can pay a deposit, and you can pay the rest on the day. There you go. I can't say fairer than that, can I? But you've got till midnight tonight to do that. After that, that discount's gone. Gone, gone, gone. When it's gone, it's gone. Do you have any recommendations to go snorkeling? I'd say, you don't need to book it. Buy a snorkel, go to Playa Chica in Puerto del Carmen, get a little bottle, fill it with tuna and bread and some water, and get out there and feed the fish. You definitely don't need to do an excursion for that, honestly, mate. Honestly, right, this is the times for the water taxi, and as I said, that's usually the one that they use. So from Puerto Calero 10, the first one from Puerto del Carmen is 10:30. So if I was going to do the walk, I mean, you could either walk here and get the taxi back. So I would walk here, have something to eat, get the 1 o'clock back. If you're on holiday, me, because I'm an early bird, I would walk here dead early in the morning, have a little wander around, probably get the 10 back. But if I was going the other way, I'd do that. But anyway, all of these times are on our website, www.travelon.world. You can see absolutely everything. Morning, you're right. There you go. So the guys sailing are getting ready to race. Sailing race, sod that. I find these sort of Olympian sort of sporty people as well a little bit sort of, I don't know. They don't seem fun, do they? Or they're just snotty. I don't know. Look, I'm not gonna stereotype people, but I say what I see. You know, I saw some professional swimmers going out the other day, And the woman organising it looked at me like a piece of shit, like I was the shit on her shoe. You know what I mean? They just seem to be like that. I mean, even then the guy's like, who's this dickhead? I could have more money than them, you know what I mean? I haven't, because I've just cleared that one up. But I could. But I just get it. It's just this sort of snottiness, isn't it? Yeah. I sail. Oh, so what? So what? I walk around with a camera. There's McSorley's. Look, great for brekkie in here. Look, so this is an Irish bar that does all your sports on and stuff, and they do all the brekkie down here. So it's the best place for brekkie. It opens early. McSorley's has been there for years. Does a great old brekkie. So if you're coming down, look, let's have a look. A little bit more expensive here, obviously, because it's Puerto Calero. So the big breakfast is like $8.95, standard $7.50. But you can get like Scottish kipper fillets here. Who the hell's eating kippers in the morning? Eggs Benedict, eggs Florentine, salmon Benedict. And a McSorley's American, that looks good. Hash brown, American style pan. That's another thing I don't get either. Americans that eat like a full English with sweet pancakes on it. That don't make sense to me. And kippers for breakfast, no thank you. Who's eating kippers for breakfast? It's people like them over there, isn't it? I think that's why I don't understand them. I'm on a different wavelength. They've probably necked about 10 kippers and they're going out. Rhymes with skippers, doesn't it? Sweet and savoury is nice. No, I can't deal with sweet and savoury, Tom. This is the fishing boat. www.travelon.world. If you want to do fishing, we send you out on this boat here. Fishing is a little bit of a weird one, okay? If you're an avid fisherman, you'll know you might catch, you might not. So we get a lot of people that book fishing that just want to try it. It's like, oh, sea fishing, we'll do that. And they expect to be like, you know, pulling up thousands of sardines and stuff. It ain't like that. You whack the rod out, if you catch it, you catch it. But most of the fishing trips, most of the fishing trips are more about sort of trawling, where they go out looking for the big game. You know what I mean? But if you're a fisherman, you'll understand that, or fisherwoman, or a fisher person. I want to keep it woke, you know? I don't want to get cancelled. If you're a fisher them, then that's, you know, that's it. All fisher thems know the score with fishing, don't they? That's what they do. What shops are down there now? I'm going to show you the shops. Good morning, Vicky Ann. Are you still here in Puerto del Carmen? I was going to come up to Puerto del Carmen this morning, but I got up late. But I might be picking Jack up at some point this week. That's why I've not been that way, because Jack's got a lift from work. So you've got a few Indian restaurants down here. You've got the Mumbai Masala. You've got the Bollywoods. You've got some El Tomato. So you've got some nice little restaurants down here, to be fair. Some really nice ones. Got some other little Kalima boat rental. I think that's all. You could rent that out if you need a skipper for it. Oh no, I didn't know you'd gone, Vicky. Well, obviously with Mrs. TravelON out the water. Anyone thinks she's a boat? With Mrs. TravelON out the water, I'm screwed, ain't I? I'm screwed. If I bought a boat, I think I'd call it Mrs. TravelON. That'd be a good one, wouldn't it? That'd be a good one. Right, some ladies sitting on the bench there. They've still got the freaking Christmas tree up. What is going on? It's February. Gee, it's February as well. Can you believe it? It's 1st of Feb. 1st of Feb. A new month. I'll tell you what, let's start afresh, shall we? Because January's been absolutely shite. Been the worst month and the worst year I think I've ever had. This is the Submarine office. Look, they're getting ready for the day. So when you book Submarine, www.travelon.world, they pick you up. We send you a pickup point and a pickup time. They bring you down here. I'll show you on the way back because they just opened. You have to do a safety briefing. And then after that, you go and get on the old Submarine. It's a nice place. There's a back end as well to here, which I'm going to show you. And if I had some money, I'd have bought some bread. Usually I pop in there and buy a loaf of bread, and then you can feed the fish. I think it's going to be too early to feed them unless I can steal some bread from somewhere. I'll get myself arrested. But these are the lovely shops. Look, beautiful. Look at this. Little souvenir shop here, look. Buenos dias, ¿está bien? Oh, muy bonita. Muy bonita. Look at that. That is gorgeous. All your little bags and stuff, like a heaven. Like Aladdin's cave. Exactly. Look at this. Got some beautiful things in here. Oh, this is gorgeous. This is beautiful. I like that elephant. Look, I fancy that for my house. That'd go, well. Wow, look at that. That's beautiful. I like that. I have to hide from my wife, otherwise she'll be in buying this. Wow, look at that. That's gorgeous. Perfect. Gracias, gracias. Oh, look at this. Let me show you this. I like that as well. Any dog lovers there? Them are really nice. Wow. Aladdin's cave. Gracias, adios. Wow, look at that. I love that shop. That is beautiful. That is beautiful. You know me and shopping, I'd have to steer clear because Mrs. TravelON will be in there. Shops are just opening as well. It's 10 o'clock, so I suppose everything opens at 10. Foot on Mars as well, if you've got kids with you or teens, do some pretty cool stuff. They've got a sale on in there. I bet there's some bargains in there for the old trainers and stuff. Oh, what we're going to have to do is go up. We're going to go up these stairs. I'm going to show you some views. This little Italian look. Got some bloody hardcore Ray. He's been out clubbing all night, that one, I'll tell you what. He's got some proper hardcore music on. It's bloody 10 o'clock in the morning. He's literally still going. Shall we go up? Yeah, come on. We'll go up and show you some views here of the whole harbour. And then the shops should be open. So what we'll do is we'll go that way. Yeah, we'll go through the shops, then we'll go up towards the back end and show you this. So I'm going to go right up the top. So this is for tourists, look, this row here. I'm going to come back down and go along this road because everything's closed, but there's a few shops and bars to show you. There's a little kiosk down there. And then up here is like the offices. So as a tourist, you wouldn't really need to come up here unless you wanted to have a good view, which you can, but it is open to the public. Get your walking legs on, look. We've got Endeavour Sailing, look, here. They do like a summer camp for the kids and they'll teach you how to sail. So you can actually do like a course. There you go. So if I ever do get rich and I need to do that. Well, to be honest, like I said, I used to work for Linears from Aero, but I was like what's called the commercial, the salesperson basically that used to go around and see all the tour operators. But for tax purposes, they wanted me to become like a marinero, to say that I worked on the boats. So they sent me on a course. It was all in Spanish. I didn't understand a fucking word of it. And the geezer went, you've got to get in this life raft, inflatable life raft. I said, you can fuck off, I ain't doing it. He went, you have to or you don't pass the course. I said, I don't give a shit. I don't really need the course, do I? It's the company that need the course. So I suggest you ring them and you tell them, I am not getting in an inflatable fucking dinghy for an hour in a massive wetsuit, as if I've just bloody jumped off a bloody cruise ship. Anyway, I got away with it. I got away with it. I said, your call. Your call, I am not. They wanted me in this massive orange swimsuit. Like, honestly, it was heavier than anything. If I'd have jumped in that water and never got out, and then they wanted me to wrench myself up onto this inflatable dinghy and lie there for like an hour and a half as if I was stranded at sea, go F yourself. I don't need to be have a certificate to say that I'm a marinero, thank you very much. This is for your benefit, not mine. Stick it up your arse. That's exactly my words in Spanish. Right, someone's laughing in the office there. Right. So needless to say, I never did it. And thank God I didn't, because I was watching them from the side and I was like, this looks like hell. This looks like hell. Someone's waving down there, look. Gorgeous down here. Look at that view. I can't believe the Christmas tree's still up. Oh, I've got my Mrs. TravelON. I'll put it on TikTok later. She'll find the pictures of me in an orange suit. So there you go. Head over to Mrs. TravelON's channel and she'll put a little story on. The views here are just stunning. Buenos dias, ¿todo bien? Look at that. Whoa. Right, we're going to head down. I'm going to show you some of the bars and restaurants here. They're all a little bit snotty, to be honest, these people. I treat everybody the same. Listen, if I became a multi-millionaire, right, I would go into a public toilet, and if the man is cleaning the bog, I will treat him the same as I would treat the CEO of fucking Microsoft. I'm sorry, but that is just me. That morally, that's what I'm about. I just would never look down on anybody, no matter what. And I think that's the way everybody should be. You never know who you're going to piss off on the way up, do you? I've always said that. There's a lot of people, whether it be on this island or the UK, that have pissed me off back in the day, and now they want something. And do you know what? They've ruined it when they treated me like the way they treated. I love it. I see them on, they hate, I see them looking at the channel and they're like, why hasn't he promoted me? Why hasn't he done that? Well, do you remember this? Do you remember the way you spoke to me then? Do you remember this? I never forget. I'm like an elephant. And for me, that's motivation. That motivates me more than anything. It's like, what someone said, what motivates you? I haven't got a clue, because money doesn't really motivate me, because I don't think money makes you happy. Clearly, a lot of these are loaded. They can't crack a smile. But revenge motivates me. Revenge motivates me. I will one day tell you a story on the full-on show, and I keep saying I'm going to go live from the studio, and I'll tell you some secrets. But revenge certainly motivates me. Someone treats me like a twat, I'm like, really? Okay, let's see what I can do. So we'll have a look in here. Look, there's the Foot on Mars. Look, let's show you this shop here, because it sells all your trainers and your designer gear, and they've got a griller. Buenos dias, amigo, ¿todo bien? Getting ready for the pizza, Roma pizza, look, Italian pizza. Oh, hamburgers, fritos, carne. And here is the Foot on Mars, look. And Mr. TravelON will meet you at the door. Buenos dias. Hello, my darling. I saw you last time, didn't I? See, yeah, last time you were here. Oh, look, they've got a good discounts, look. 15% off there, look. So this is like all your cool stuff, look. Oh, Mrs. TravelON. Look. Oh, Mrs. TravelON would like that, I think. There you go. I think Mrs. TravelON would like that for the gym. Maybe. Don't know about them shorts though, Mrs. TravelON. Look at that. So all your designer shoes. You've got Skechers, Lacoste. These are the cool hats that all the youth are wearing, look. Wow, bonita, bonita. ¿Cuándo terminado de trabajas? 28th of February. 28 de febrero. There you go. You've got a sale until the 28th of February. I might come down. See you later. Wow, look at that. There you go. Sale on. Mrs. TravelON. What do you think to that pink Adidas thing? Quite nice, eh? How much of the sun? Listen, look at that. Do you know what's so funny? Yesterday, if you caught my live yesterday, I got in the car. I said, I've got to get back because Mrs. TravelON's obviously wheeling herself around with her one foot. I said, she'll have a list of things to do for me. No, she didn't have a list of things to do for me at all. I put the phone down on the live and I had 4 WhatsApp messages with a shopping list. So I had to go, even though I'd walked all morning, I had to go to Lidl and get the shopping. So she didn't even wait till I get home. This is the problem with social media, WhatsApp. You can't hide from anyone, can you? You know what I mean? I'm trying to hide upstairs to keep away from her, but she's got WhatsApp. She got WhatsApps me. It's my fault because I tell her to WhatsApp me. She'll like ask me questions. Like, listen, between the hours of this and this on a Monday to Friday, I'm editing videos and stuff, and I'm in the office. WhatsApp me if you need something, please. Don't yell at me from the bottom of the stairs. She can't get up the stairs, I love it. But she's threatened to bloody try this today. Oh, Mrs. TravelON, I think you're better off downstairs. You're more comfortable, you've got your leg levitated. I'm sure the doctor's going to tell you that next time I ring him and tell him next time she comes in, tell her under no circumstances are you to try and get back upstairs at all. That's going to be really detrimental to your healing process. You have to stay downstairs, you have to have your foot elevated, and that's the best way to go, Mrs. TravelON. Because Mr. TravelON's happy up there. I'm only joking, she'll kill me. There you go. Yes, you have been wheeling yourself around. I'd love to show people that video of you arriving on the other day at the doorbell, the Ring doorbell, literally sliding up like she was on a pissing skateboard. She looked like the geezer from Back to the Future. She looked like she was on a hoverboard. She hoverboarded straight to the Ring doorbell. There's the Papagayo cat. Now we sell this. This is our private boat, Catamarans. Have a good day. Enjoy. Oh, you're going to love it. You're going to love it. So they're heading out, look. So that is a private catamaran. It's on our website, www.travelon.world. It's up to 12 people. And if I'm correct, because I can't remember the price, it's $699. Now that might sound a lot, but over 12 people, it's cheaper than doing some of the normal catamarans. So depending on how many people you are, you can do the maths. Someone calculate 699 divided by 12 for me, please, because I can't do that in my head. And I'll tell you just how cheaper it is. But, well, I can tell you, even if there's 10 of you, it's 69 euros each, isn't it? So, or 70 euros each. That's actually cheaper than some of the catamarans. So even if there's 10 of you, so there you go, 58.25 per person. So doing that, if you're in a big group, so I would say anything over 10 and over, it's worth doing that catamaran because it's 12 up to 12 people. It's private. It's just you. Ideal for me because I can't deal with people. And it's just a great day out. It does exactly the same as the bigger catamarans. And obviously, if there's less than 10 of you, well, even if it's a little bit more than the big catamarans, you're paying for the privacy, aren't you? So even if there's 6 of you, you're going to pay a little bit more than the big ones. Not a lot, a little bit, but that's the value. So it's really good. Is Jungle Vibes moving or expanding? Not that I know, Ali, but I have got some gossip for you, Ali. So, down in Puerto Calero, who knows the Buccaneer? So the Buccaneer has been taken over by, I think, the same people that are taking over quite a few bars and seem to be popping up with the same sort of signs and the same designs. And they're going to open an Irish bar called the Irish Rover. That is official information. Don't ask me where I got it from, but that's where I got it from, and I like to share it with you. But they seem to be doing good service, good bars. You've got Hennessy's bar, you got the new one in Playa Blanca as well. I'm sure it's the same owners. They've obviously got a lot of cash, but that fair play to them. If that's what they're doing, that's what they're doing. There you go. Look, there's the fish down there. You can probably just see them. If I had some bread, I'd feed them. Is it cold? No, it's absolutely gorgeous. It was cold yesterday, but today is gorgeous. He's on his boat, look. Don't know what he's doing. Fixing something, that's the problem. I think it'd be great having a... Oh my God, hello, how are you? Good. Look at these lot running down here.
We're in our pyjamas. We saw you live.
You've been in your pyjamas and you saw me down here, look. Where you run from?
From the house up the road. We live in Lanzarote.
You live in Lanzarote?
Yeah.
I know you, I think. I recognise your face from somewhere. No, maybe no. You look like somebody's... One of my son's friend's daughters, but I think she's older now. I think she's old. So you live in Puerto Calero?
Yeah. I live in Puerto Calero.
Oh, you live in Puerto del Carmen? Fantastic.
And I live in Guinea.
You live in Guinea and you live in Puerto... So these two have come down to kip at your house then, have they?
I saw you on the
Fantastic. Are you waving at over there, look?
The camera.
Oh, the camera. I thought you were waving at someone. Get together, look, and give me a massive wave, look. And what I'll do is I'll put you on the front cover of the YouTube video because this camera's recording for YouTube, and then this one you're live on TikTok to 1,000 people. All right?
Yeah,
Yes. So then later on you'll be on there. What's it like growing up in Lanzarote?
It's like
You can be honest.
I just moved here, so.
Oh, have you? So you're still excited?
Yeah, I moved here in July.
Oh, so are you gone Spanish school then, or are you in the English school?
We're all in the CHC today.
Where's the English school in?
It's in behind
I know. Oh, so you all go to the English school. So all the lessons are in English?
Yeah.
Yeah. You see, my boys went to the Spanish one, and then I know people that have moved over. But you're happy? Is it? Where were you from before?
Scotland.
From Scotland. Is it better than Scotland?
The weather, yes.
The weather. But do you not think it's a little bit boring here for young people?
The loyalty club thing.
There you go. She's loyal. She's loving it. She. Well, listen. I'm going to give you these stickers. Look, boom, 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 boom. These are more for the tourists because they put it on their case, and I say you can have my face on your case, but you can do whatever you want with it. You'll be on the front cover of the YouTube thing. Have a fantastic day. Say hello to everyone there.
Hello.
And you still haven't answered my question. What's it like growing up here?
Boring.
Is it boring?
It's good, but it's boring.
Is it?
It's good, but it's boring.
I suppose you've only got the beach, haven't you?
Yeah.
Well, there you go. So do you think you'll live here forever, or do you think you'll go and move away when you're older? You'll be staying here because you come back. She knows what it's like in Scotland. She knows it's better here. Trust me. Trust me. I'll see you later. Lovely to meet you, girls. Have a fantastic day. Bless them. Bless them. There you go. Right, let's go and see Submarine. Let's go see Submarine. I thought it was Mrs. TravelON. That's what I thought exactly. I think it is. I think it is. I think it is. I didn't want to say because I didn't want to, you know what I mean. But I'm sure I did know. I did know the face for sure. That's what I thought. I thought I've recognised that. It is. There you go. I know your dad. Hey. Yeah. Tell him, Dave. He'll know exactly who I am. Okay. See you later. She just bowled it. It is me. Bye. There you go, Submarine. What's he doing standing in a suit? Is he the security? So this is Submarine office, look. So this is where you come. So www.travelon.world. You book your tickets, they'll pick you up, and then you come in here, look. And this is where you do, look, this is such a cool office. This is where you do the little safety briefing, look. They do pictures, which you can buy, and you get a certificate as well for going 30 metres under the water, and a cool picture, look, all on these boards. And they check you in here and grab a drink and stuff. Buenos dias, amigo, todo bien? I'm just showing people this. Look, you can scan your QR code to get your photos, and then they'll plonk you down here and they'll do a proper safety briefing, look. This is mod cons and tech, look. So you plonk your bum here, watch the safety briefing, they'll tell you about everything, and then from here, you'll walk that way to the Submarine, look. And if you want, they'll take a little picture. Look, did you see that? That was Ron Weasley from, what's his name? Oh, you missed it, hang on. There you go, Harry Potter. They should have Mr. TravelON on there. They've got loads of pictures of me. And then you get your dive certificate there, look. And then there's a little gift shop here, closed at the moment. But there's also wine. This is interesting. This is Nautilus wine. Lanzarote's underwater winery. So when you go on the Submarine, you'll see that they've like put bottles of wine down there and you can actually buy them. Don't know much about it because it's been a while since I did that. But it's all mod cons. Have a good day, my man. See you later. There you go, Submarine. Oh, look at all these digital screens. It's very posh in there, isn't it? Very posh. We might have to change over to the old, well, the phone in a bit because the batteries are going. How long have I been bloody live for? Right, I better show you the back end, hadn't I? Don't want to miss things out, look. So even more, so you've got the shopping street there, which is sort of not really a shopping street. A lot of shops have closed. The high street's dead, even for the rich. But this is the back end of Puerto Calero. And again, it's Sunday, so it's closed. And I've just had the horrible thought that after this live, I've got to walk all the way back, haven't I? Oh my days, that is going to be uphill as well. So anyway, in this area, you've got lovely little Italian look underneath there. You've got a scuba diving school. You've got the tea rooms. It's a popular place. They do all like your tea things, you know, on the big, whatever they're called. Again, the ladies love it, don't they? The tea rooms, you bloody ladies crap me up. You know, we have scones and all that. What's it called? High tea or something? There you go, look, jacket potatoes. Ploughman's lunch wraps, there you go. So that opens here as well, Cafe de la Plaza. And then you've got, oh, there's another ice cream place. You can see the pattern, can't you, of these businesses have realised it's the ladies with the money. It's the ladies that are spending. Blokes these days have decided no more. It's the women of today that are keeping the economy growing. You can actually see it. And every advert you put on is geared towards women. I've watched hundreds of them on UK TV. It's either geared to women or, which I think is disgusting, gambling, bingo. I mean, how are they allowing that? It's like, oh, funky bingo, 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 gamble, gamble, gamble. Terrible. They shouldn't be allowed to advertise that. So these are the prices, look. God, that's in Costa de Guise. €1 million, 1.3 million euros, look. €1 million house, bloody hell. 1.6 for Puerto Calero, 2.5 in La Samada. Jeez. Anybody got 2.5 million that can spare me? 2.4 million, look, in Puerto Calero. That's the sort of prices you're looking at to live around this place. It is. That's why it's called Millionaire's Marina. Wow, that is a lot of dough. That is a lot of dough, isn't it? Right, let's have a look at this battery. Let's see if I need to change over to the other phone as yet. Oh no, I've got 20%. We should be all right. Should be all right to get us through the shopping street. And then I think what I'll do is I'll walk back up there along there and then try and get back to the car. I'll try and get back to the car from there, look. Right, I don't know what this geezer's doing in a suit. Look, his security's going to arrest me or something. You're not allowed to film here. There's the thin line, look. So this is the shopping street. This is the car hire place. If you want to hire a car, look, Calero Marina. Biggest car hire company on the islands, and they're on all the Canary Islands. Are they the best? Well, to be honest, hiring a car I've had good experiences, but their after-sales customer service is shocking. That's why I don't use them much. But apart from that, they seem to be okay. But they've got the biggest queues during the summer because a lot of the Spanish use them, you know. So they have a massive queues at the airport. But it's a shame to see these shops close, look, because this was like the designer label outlet store. And I think they need to sort this out, to be honest, Puerto Calero, because come on, even if you give free rent, it's better than having them sat empty. Look, that's some proper on-trainers there, isn't it? I bet they're mega dollars. They're not the ones you find in the normal shops. This is like your mad one, look. €20 discount on all shoes. Them are nice, them. Look, designer stuff, all your Boss and stuff. But yeah, surely it's better to have them full than empty. I would just be saying, listen, no one's renting them. You can have it free. Put your stuff in there. You know, sell your wares. And if somebody does offer us to rent it, you're out. Must be better than having them empty. Buenos dias.
Buenos dias.
There's a shop. So you've got a few more down here. Look, beautiful to have a little walk around. Look, little jewellery shop there. Look, he's just opening for the day. There you go. They do all the watches and stuff in here. It's a shame, but it's the same in the UK, isn't it? The high street's dead. Is the high street dead, or are they just not sorting it out? Because they could just do that, couldn't they? The government. They could say, listen, if you've got an empty premises like that, give someone a chance to start a business. Give someone the chance to start a business. We'll fund it, or we'll help you out if you're the landlord of a property. But if you're going to have it sat empty for over a year, then surely it's better doing something. We will fund X, Y, and Z. Give someone a chance to open a business. Who knows? It could turn into the best business in the world. It could turn into a chain. It could turn into anything. It could fail miserably, but at least it's giving someone the opportunity to start a business, isn't it? Instead of sitting on their arse. But they don't want that, do they? They want to destroy everything. Those that have got the money want to destroy everything so that they can then say, listen, we're going to rescue you. This is how we're going to do it. Hopefully it all changes soon, because Costa Calero, yes, Costa Calero's up here. So we're going to go back up these bloody stairs. Harder coming up than it is coming down, but you can come up here and this will bring you sort of at the side of the Costa Calero Hotel. Good morning. How are you? Hello, my darling. Look, fancy us meeting on the stairs. They say it's bad luck to cross on the stairs. I think it's good luck. Where are you off to, just for a little walk?
Coffee.
You having a coffee? Where you stopping at the Calero?
No.
Turkey.
And Corti.
Oh, nice. And you having a good holiday?
Very, very
The weather's better today, eh? It was hot.
Better.
Well, look here, have a couple of my stickers. Enjoy your coffee. You've got to put them on your suitcase, and you can have my face on your case. And hopefully it's not bad luck crossing on the stairs. My mother always says, don't cross on the stairs, it's bad luck. We're not going to have bad luck. I'm keeping my fingers crossed. See you later. My mother always used to say that. She used to cross her fingers if she crossed on the stairs. I think she was just hoping I didn't push her down them, to be fair. I really do. I think she was like, I better cross my fingers because I'm doing this kid's head in. And he might kick me down there one day. I'm serving him slop for dinner. Honestly, my mother was the worst cook. Still is the worst cook you would ever know. Right, where does that take you? Down there. I know exactly where that takes you. It takes you on a massive walk. And I ain't doing it today. But that way, you'll get to see some lovely 5-star boutique hotel. And you'll be able to walk all the way to the Hesperia. No, to the Secrets Hotel. I ain't walking there today. Oh, should I? No. Come on. I get carried away sometimes. I think, come on, we could just walk all the way down there. But, God, I did you a live yesterday. I've got to get back. Mrs. TravelON, I'll have a list for sure. I've got to get the garden cleared. I'm still got all them bloody trees. Me and Jack did 2 tip runs yesterday. I've still got loads of leaves to take. Good morning, Kelly. If you want to know what the tip's like in Lanzarote, I've also done that on YouTube as well. Strange what you like to watch, because that video went bloody like thousands of views. Me on the way to the tip. This is the problem, and this is why I think that social media is taking over and YouTube, is that people just like to watch real things now. Like the young people today, they're hooked on streaming. You've got like a couple of lads that are literally just hired a little cameraman and they stream 24 hours. They're just out and about, you know, hitting the streets, getting drunk, being naughty, this, that and the other. And the kids are just watching that because it's real. And I think that's what's going to take over. I suppose it's like the days of Big Brother. We all used to watch that when it came out, didn't we? But then that seems to have died down now because people know it's all fake and it's all planned. Whereas live reality, as in streaming 24 hours, there's no planning, is there? What happens, happens. So I reckon that's going to take over. And it's proved, because if I do a video and edit it up and spend hours on it, it does get views, but it doesn't get as much as me walking down the street for 10 minutes talking shite. But there you go. There you go. UV, question mark. Not sure. What's the UV index today? I never look at the UV index. I don't. Oh, do I burn? I don't know. I do sometimes, but it's the sun. It's natural. Well, it is now, I think. I don't think it was before. I'm pretty sure they blocked that sun before. But again, I'm not going to get my conspiracy theory hat on. How's Mrs. TravelON doing? How's what? How's Mrs. TravelON doing? Great to see Puerto Calero. She's all right. She's all right. I've covered Mrs. TravelON today, haven't I? That sounds dodgy, doesn't it? She's all right. I've got to get up this fucking hill now. The shit that I do for you lot is unbelievable. We've got to get ready for some heavy breathing, okay? If you're into that sort of stuff, then happy days, you can walk that way as well. Get ready for some heavy breathing. Right, come on. So we're going to walk up here, and then we're going to walk back through the valleys, back through the fields, and back to the car. And you'll get to see, if you didn't join me earlier, we started in this beautiful place where the whole island has turned green because of the rain. And you'll be able to see it again now because I'm going to walk up there. But first I've got to get up this hill. And it is a big, big hill. That's another downfall. Yeah, look, there's the side of the Costa Calero. So the spa's up there. You can have a little nose in them rooms, but there's people sunbathing, so I don't want to. But I do need to do a video in there soon. I also need to do the Hamios player. That's another one that I need to do. Mrs. TravelON's putting her list of things for me to do together already. Look, see, I'm giving her ideas here. I need to shut my mouth. Right, sorry for the heavy breathing, folks. It's not one of them channels. It's just that I'm walking up this hill and my knees are giving way. My knees are giving way. Oh my gosh. Deep breaths. Deep breaths. Right, as soon as I get up here, I'll be all right. And then I'm thinking which way to go. I think I've got to walk back through the posh villas and then back up the hill, haven't I? If the batteries go, by the way, on the phone, I'll either do one or two things. I'll swap over the phone, or I will just go. One of the two. In the worlds of Case Bush, he's running up that hill. Bloody hell, I ain't running. Did you see that on The Apprentice, though, where they had to run up them stairs? If you haven't watched The Apprentice, it's so good. Well, it's so good, but it's so frustrating. We talked about that earlier as well. But you see, they had to run up the stairs at the end, like them. It was like watching John Wick. And I really felt sorry for that one girl. Well, I'll say that I felt sorry. I was pissing myself, to be honest. I mean, she was carrying a little bit more weight than the rest, but She was like, boom, 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 boom. She didn't half run, didn't she? Dear gosh. She got up them steps, though, bless her. They're going to do my head in that apprentice. They are going to do my head in. Thank God they got rid of the theatre girl, though, because I think I'd have ended up climbing in the TV screen and been doing something to her. Shall I apply for the apprentice? I think I'd be cancelled. Honestly, I think I'd get cancelled. Like I said, I applied for it years ago. I knew why I didn't get in and I knew what I should have done. But I think I'll get cancelled if I apply for the apprentice. I was going to swap the phone over, but I've just realised I haven't got the little adapter for the new phone. So we're just going to have to walk. And when the batteries go, the batteries go. So if the batteries go, my apologies, all right? Because if I plug the other phone in, you ain't going to hear a bloody word on TikTok. So these are the posh old villas, look. These are the posh villas. Some of them are rented out, like I said. VV, if they've got a VV on the front, that means you can rent them as a holiday home. There you go. There's one, for example. And in the news today, they've managed to get rid of 900 VVs that are essentially illegal. Is that going to help the problem? I don't know. The problem is that, well, the problem is easy to fix, really. If it's a holiday resort and a destination, well, I think holiday homes should be allowed because that's a holiday resort and a destination. Not everybody needs to live in the resort that they work in. This is another mentality of the islands. It's like, I work in Playa Blanca, therefore I must live in Playa Blanca. It's a 20-minute bus ride from sort of anywhere else. 45 minutes max from Arrecife. This is a mentality because that, if we were in the UK, that would be like, really? That's all you have to commute? Good morning.
Good morning.
How are you?
I'm all right. How are you?
I'm all right. Look at it. He's just opened the door for me. Look at this. Are you stopping here on holiday or living here?
No, this is my son's.
Happy days. I'll tell you what, he's done well for himself, hasn't he?
I live in the harbour. I've got a place down there.
Have you?
Yeah.
Where are you from?
Cannock, Staffordshire.
From Cannock.
Where are
Wow.
you from?
From Longbridge, but I know Cannock well.
I know. My dad used to work at Longbridge years
Does
ago.
he?
I did some work there, putting some systems in donkeys years
Bloody
ago.
hell, I tell you what, you've done better than me. Look, living the dream in Puerto Calero, old Millionaire's Marina. It's lovely down here, isn't it?
Yeah. Yeah, my son's been here 22 years.
Oh, I think I know your son. What's his name?
Jason.
I know Jason. Yeah, I know Jason.
Yeah, and I've been here 9 years. My wife passed away
Oh.
in 2016. I
Oh.
lived in Italy then, and I sold Italy and bought here.
And came here?
Now good putting money in
No.
England.
No, for sure, for sure. Well, I don't know about here either. Well, listen, you're going to be on YouTube later. So you're on YouTube now. Look, say hello.
Hello to everybody.
There you go,
In the
look.
UK anyway. Yeah.
It's better here than the UK, isn't it?
Well, I mean, we've had terrible rain.
Apart from the rain, but we're all
Yeah,
right.
well, look
But
at this.
isn't it gorgeous with the green?
Beautiful.
I'm going to go and show these, like the green again now.
Yeah, I've been across the field with the dogs. They're dogs.
well,
And took them across there. It looks absolutely.
Say hello to Jason for me. Tell him it's Dave.
Yeah.
And he'll know my wife as
From
well.
Longbridge.
Yeah, from Longbridge. And I know Jake as well with the Catamaran, no?
Oh,
Is
Jack.
it Jack from the Catamaran,
That's
yes.
my grandson.
Yes, I know him.
That's his car.
Oh, I won't show that then on video. I'll see you later. Have a lovely day, all right? See you later.
Have a great day.
Bye.
You're living here now.
Yeah, live in Playa Blanca.
Brilliant.
See you later, buddy. Bless him. From Cannock. It's like being back in Birmingham, this. Posh end of Birmingham. Posh end of Birmingham. What a lovely guy. See, we're all right from the Midlands areas. Us lot. We're all quite friendly. You know, it don't matter where it don't matter how successful you are if you come from Birmingham. You're always going to be from Birmingham, and you're always going to be, you know, friendly and down to earth. I find. I think. I think that's the. I think so. Anyway, anybody I've met from Birmingham's like that. Right. I hope these batteries ain't going to go, folks. But if they do, then don't worry. I haven't been kidnapped. I have got to go and show you this green thing. I can see that red. What I might do is actually change over to the phone, and if it goes, it goes. If you can't hear me because of the wind, you can't hear me. So let's have a little bash. So don't go anywhere if it does go. I'll put the other phone on now. Hang on. Give me a sec. Give me a second. Here's the buggies, look. So the buggies are heading out for the day. That's another thing that you can do on our website, www.travelon.world. And you can get these buggies, look, and they'll go out and they'll take you around. And you'll go and do a little island tour. There you go, look, happy days. So they're out for the day. That is such a cool thing to do. They'll be gone. There you go. So www.travelon.world and you can do the buggies, which is a great thing to do. So we are heading up this way, look. And I'm going to show you some of the beautiful sights. For those of you that have not joined me from the morning, this is where we started. And I was like Frodo in Lord of the Rings, where I walked through these big trees, look. Gorgeous trees, but look, you can see just a little view. The island has turned green. So you've gone from like the desert-like sea to the massive green fields. And you're going to see some amazing fields up here. And we're going to walk along here. Look, I'm going to walk along the side of the road. Yes, there you go. I'd have been bored walking on my own, wouldn't I? Maybe I should have. Maybe I should have ended the live and had some peace and quiet to myself to reflect. That's what they say, don't they? Clear your mind, go into silence and reflect. Piss off. There's too many things in my head that are just going to niggle me. I swear I've got some kind of illness. I swear to God. I've tried. They say meditate, don't they? I can't meditate. I start thinking, oh, I must fix that tap. Oh, I must change that. Oh, gotta sort that cupboard out in the kitchen. Oh, I might just take the garden leaves out later. I just can't switch off. Do you get insurance with the buggies? Yes, you do, Vicky Ann. All insured, all sorted. You need to have your driving licence with you. You need to be over 21 for most of them. And you need to have been driving for 2 years. That's the rules, look. There's a motorbikes on the way down, look. Beautiful. I've got to be careful on TikTok because if I show the road on TikTok, they think I'm sort of in the road and they say you're doing like a dangerous activity. Bloody crazy. I don't know why, but I suppose they're trying to keep us safe, aren't they? My arse. My arse. But I actually feel like a cyclist at the moment because cars are driving past me as if to say, get out the road, you pleb. So I'm going to get on this bit. I'm going to get on this bit and walk through the valleys. Come on. So this is what the rain has done, turned everything green. But you wait until we get further up here. You wait until we get further up here. It is even better. You're going to be blown away. You're going to be blown away, look. Big old villas there, look. Oh, here we go. Oh my God. Again, sorry for the heavy breathing, but I'm going uphill this time. And I've done a bit of trekking today, haven't I? And now I'm bloody rock climbing. Hey. Whew. Right, stand by for this. You'd think that I was in the UK, wouldn't you, with these views? You'd think I was in the UK or Ireland with this green. I've got Jack messaging me now. I can see me. This is why I don't use this phone for TikTok either, because I can see me WhatsApps coming up while I'm talking to you. It's about 6 WhatsApps from Jack. Are you making lunch? Are you going to food prep? he's doing well down the gym. He's at the gym now, but he's just, I'm at the gym. Are you going to food prep? Are you going to do this? So that's what we're doing today. But it's working. I've been making meals. So I've been like making like bulk meals basically, and putting them in these little. I went to the cash and carry and bought these like little silver pots, not pots. You know like when you get a takeaway, like a silver thing with a little lid. And I'm just banging in like I'll do some chicken, load of rice, portion it out, pop it in the fridge. Ticks 100 boxes, doesn't it? Mrs. TravelON, you know, because she's got one leg, she can just pick one out and just do it. So she can have one for lunch. I can hear a weird noise. Oh, there's silence up there. Spoke to you in Player Blanket yesterday in the bar for breakfast. Hello, Jack. How are you, mate? I remember. I think you're on TikTok, didn't I? I think I put that on TikTok. We had some good old rants yesterday, didn't we? Bloody hell. I did make myself laugh watching that video back yesterday. The amount of rants that I had. God, was there anybody I didn't slag off? Cyclists, saxophone players. Someone commented, Julie commented and said, you like me, Victor Meldrew? Oh, I bloody am. Oh. Right, we're nearly up this hill and I'll stop breathing heavy. What's that sound exactly, Vicky? I've no idea. What is that sound? All I know is that tree looks a bit weird, look. One half's dead and one half's alive. Wow. Right, I think we can go this way, actually. I think this will take me right back to the car and I can show you these green grass. I'll get my Titchmarsh voice on. Alan Titchmarsh, Gardener's World. Look at the wildflowers that are growing here because of the rainfall in Lanzarote. And this tree is half dead and half alive. There you go. It's a metaphor for your life. You might fucking hate everything, but look on the bright side. There you go, Mr. TravelON's metaphor, look. That's me 99% of the time. And everyone says stay positive. And I'm like, yeah, okay, just that part of me. There you go, look, that's weird, isn't it? Half of it's dead, half of it's alive. There you go. Like I said, I should be clearer in my mind than talking to you like in this beautiful view, but seeing that tree has made me remember I've got loads of leaves to clean up in the garden. So now I must do that. About 10,000 things to do. That'll be 10,010 by the time I get home. Literally, from driving to here, Mrs. TravelON, I'll have 10 things for me to do. Woo. There you go, yeah, Mrs. TravelON, look, she says she's the green side. I think females are just more positive. But I don't think it's positivity. I just think it's delusion, ladies. I just think it's delusion, ladies. I'm sorry to say it. I know you all say, you know, and I'm sure, and again, I'm not being misogynistic here. Don't cancel me for this, but I speak to a lot of, well, I don't actually, I don't speak to anybody, but women just seem to have this sort of look on the bright side of life where men just seem to have this reality of like, well, yeah, you can look on the bright side of life, but come on. We see the reality of it, you know what I mean? It both works, but I don't know. Watch out for the snakes. Is there going to be snakes? Need to rent an electric power chair. Not mobility scooter. Yes, R16. If you ask Mrs. TravelON, send her a message. She'll send you the contact for Kerry. Kerry will sort you out from JJ's Scooter Hire. That's the best one on the island for sure. Little wildflowers here, look. So you might not hear me now with the wind if you're on TikTok. So if you are, I did sort of warn you. But if you're watching on YouTube, you will hear me. And if you are watching on TikTok, you can catch up on this. So this is the green grass of Lanzarote. Yes, the sports club is still there. It's just down that way. I might go down there another time. We could have done loads today, to be honest. I could have made this a massive walk. Maybe we'll do it another time. I can feel the wind now. Whew. Let's get back in the valleys in a minute. Once I get past this bit, the car is not far from here. I hope it hasn't been robbed. And I'll show you some greenery because it's gorgeous. But you can see we've gone from 1,000 people when we were down in the thick of it, look down there, showing you bars and restaurants and stuff, to sort of 787. And this is why I don't tend to do lives in rural locations, because although the scenery is beautiful, it's not as interesting as bars and restaurants, which you lot like to see. And graffiti, look, vandals. I'd just knock that down if I was in charge of anything, wouldn't you? But I don't know what it is. Maybe it's important, but you know, it doesn't take a lot to paint over it, does it? You know, this is a problem with the people in charge of every company, every sort of, I think someone's living in there. That's probably why they knocked it down. Every country and stuff like that, they're too busy pissing around on how sustainable they can be that they can't just fix the little things. I think everyone just needs to get back to the basics. Keep it sweet, keep it simple. Get back to the basics, fix the basics first, and then you can worry about the rest, can't you? But no. There you go, look, Neil rented from JJ Scooter Hire. They are the best, Neil. That's why Mrs. TravelON told you to go there. She's lovely, Kerry. I swear someone's living in that. Oh. Here on the islands, there's not a massive homeless problem. Well, there is because people can't find anywhere to live, and that's the big problem. That the holiday homes, not in tourist locations, like I said, and as we started to discuss, they've got rid of 900 what they call illegal holiday homes, but it is the places in Arrecife and the capital and stuff like that that are renting little flats out where people should be living to tourists, and I don't agree with that. But at the same time, if I was renting my house out, I would rather rent it to tourists than to rent it to locals, because the government don't give the landlords any support. So if I moved into your house, paid a deposit and the 1 month rent, that's me sorted for up to 5 years. I don't have to pay you anything else if I don't want to, especially if I've got kids. You ain't getting me out. You ain't getting me out. And that's the problem. So again, it talks about going back and solving the small things. Then the landlords would be like, yeah, cool, no problem. If I've got some security and I can legally get these people out if they don't pay their rent for, say, 3 months, and you're going to support me, government, I will rent to the locals. Not a problem at all. But they won't, do they? They won't. And they're not building any social housing, so who are they relying on to rent to? The people that are looking for places to live, for the workers, for the locals that want to just, you know, work and live. There you go. Look at this. These are the beautiful flowers. Wildflowers, look. Oh, titmarsh. These wild violet flowers are the result of the rainfall here on the beautiful island of Lanzarote. Something you don't see every day. How long will it stay green for, Dave? Probably till about March, I would have thought, Gary. Depends how much rain, how much more rain we have, I suppose. Jesus, I'm falling over rocks and everything here. This is another thing, look. If you looked at this without all these greens and flowers, you'd think, God, I ain't walking on that. It's like really rocky. But then because the green covers it, you don't realise. So be careful if you come down here, because I'm wobbling around. My legs are shaking like a shitting dog, if I'm honest with you. I know, it's great, isn't it? Doesn't it look fantastic green? I like it. But green comes with rain, so I know you probably don't want that, do you? I know you probably don't want that. Right, as I said, this is usually a barren, rocky area. So be careful. The green makes it look like it's nice and flat. It bloody isn't. It blooming isn't. I'm gonna ruin my shoes here. My car should just be over this little hill area here. That is stunning, isn't it? You can't get better than that. You cannot get better than that for a Sunday morning. Weather's fantastic. It is gorgeous. Look at that. I might be glitching a little bit, possibly just as we walk up here. It's usually like Mars. Mel says, yeah, it is, isn't it? They sometimes bring the space buggies down to drive over here, but, well, we all know we're on a flat Earth and there's no such thing as Mars. Mars is beyond the ice wall, Mel. It's not up there, I can tell you that. All these planets are beyond the ice wall, trust me. Beyond Antarctica. No one can get into space because there's a bloody big dome over us. I'm telling you that now. Flat Earth, dome, mental, ain't I? But I do believe it, but I'm never going to push my opinions on anybody. I'll just show you the wildflowers and just mention it. It's these people that push their opinions on everybody else. They want everyone else to believe what they believe. And that goes for religion, goes for whatever cause, whatever agenda, whatever political thing. It's like, listen, we all have different opinions. Let's just agree on that. And that's one thing we can agree on. And we accept everybody else's opinion. I don't think anybody's got a problem with anybody's religion, anybody's race, colour, sexuality. I really don't. I've not got a problem with anybody. If you're a decent person, then you get a tick in my book and I will treat you with the respect that you treat me with. But if you're going to start saying that my opinion doesn't matter and that you're the only one that's right, that's when I have a problem. So it's exactly that. I've got a lot of opinions. I'll share them with you. But it is just that, it's my opinion. You know, if you don't agree with it, I'm not going to call you a CUNT and say you're completely wrong and cut you off and say I'm never speaking to you again. We all have different opinions. Crack on. It's the one thing in life that we should be doing. Just accept everybody's opinion. But the problem is, there is one side of an opinion that is basically being told, and they're it's usually the minority of the opinion as well, isn't it? And this is what they do. They say, well, look, this 1% that have got this opinion, we will make sure that anybody that disagrees with it is cancelled, is made to look bad. We'll call them all these different names, and that way they'll eventually either move over and then we'll cause a divide and then we'll rescue them from it. It's as simple as that. It really is. I do think those in charge make people hate certain types of people as well. It's like they spread hate in a very, very sort of sly way, where it's like, it's exactly that. It's like, you're wrong, and if you say that, if you don't agree with this, you're this, this and this, and they label you, and then you get more angry. And I think it's all part of the design. I think they're all just trying to make us like that it's going to kick off and then they'll come and rescue us. But there you go. Again, that's my opinion. If you don't agree with it, happy days. No problem at all. Oh, look at this. So there's loads of people come down here to get a photo. Like I said, me and Mrs. TravelON bowled down here. Last time it was like this, and that was many years ago. I'm sure she'll put that on TikTok as well. A few photos for you to find Mrs. TravelON. Me in an orange wetsuit. That can be on your TikTok today. So did you see Mr. TravelON's live? This is what he talked about. And this was our picture many, many moons ago. And I think that was the last time it went like this. So it must, well, the kids are dead small. So it's a good old, I reckon 10 years ago that this happened like this. But it always does turn a little bit green, but these flowers are just out of this world. Look, you can see people have pulled up there, look. Someone's standing by my car up there. Oh no, my car's there. That's where I've parked there, look. That's where I've parked. Isn't it stunning? Isn't it absolutely beautiful? Silence. Look at that, you can hear the birds singing. Oh, do you know what? Back to nature. I feel good getting back to nature. I might have to start hiking, you know. I have these wonderful ideas when I come off these lives with you lot. I'm like, look at that. I'd be bored on my own though, just bowling down here. I could walk for miles. I could walk all the way back down there if I felt like it, but I have to have a reason to be doing things. And silence in my mind is not a good enough reason for me. But making a video and going live is. So it's like, right, I'll kill two birds with one stone. Should we have a minute's silence? Nah. Look at that. That is beautiful, isn't it? That is gorgeous. So you might get a bit of wind now. Look, we're getting a bit of windy. So if you can't hear me on TikTok, tough luck. You can catch it up on YouTube. That's using the proper mics with the wind stuff. And YouTube, well, this has been an interesting one, hasn't it? We have had a good old walk around. Gorgeous. Look at that. The amount of flowers there, look. And that's what people are doing. Look, they're getting their like Insta shots. It's a perfect Insta place. Perfect, that's good. It is the perfect Insta place. It's the Insta place of January 20. Well, we're in February. Thank God. New month. It's just shorter month this month as well. What have we got coming up in February? Well, Valentine's Day, that's on the 14th, and all the carnivals start this month as well. I am going to be wearing, you wait until you hear this, I'm going to surprise you at Carnival. I don't usually go to Puerto del Carmen Carnival because I'm a miserable twat. In fact, I did actually. I went as a Greatest Showman, but too many people recognise me and I have to talk to them. Not you lot on holiday. I love talking to you lot on holiday. Talk about people that live here. I can't be arsed. I ain't got time to be sitting, oh, what you doing here? What's this? Fuck off. Nosy Parkers. Love you lot on holiday, don't get me wrong. You want to come and say hello to me, no problem at all. And if you do live here, you can say hello to me, but don't ask me a question about my life. Mind your own pissing business. But my costume for Carnival, well, I ain't going to tell you what it is. You'll find me because I'll be live. I am going to go live from Carnival, and I'm going to be in I think it's the ultimate costume. It's the ultimate one. There's two things I've always wanted to dress up as. One is this thing that I've got, and I've got to make it. And the other thing is Craig David from Bo Selector. I've always wanted to dress up as him, but, well, old Lee Francis decided to apologise, didn't he, for his comedy when all the woke brigade, again, tried to cancel him. Strange that, isn't it, that all these people that laughed at him and all the people that he did take the piss out of, apart from Craig David, he didn't like it, did he? He did have a bit of an offence with it, but the rest of them, they all laughed along with it, didn't they? And then all of a sudden, 20 years later, they're like, yeah, we really took offence by that. Oh, we didn't say anything. But now the agenda's on, you are. Anyway, I was going to go as Craig David because I thought that would be cool, but I'm not. I've got another costume to wear. But I've been watching a bit of Bo Selector. I love Bo Selector. That's when comedy was comedy. It came up on my TikTok feed and I was like, this is hilarious. Trisha, Craig David. It's so funny. I love it. But now he's just a weirdo. I see him on TikTok. He's just a weirdo. Bitter weirdo. And he cancelled himself. Anyway, there's another one. So yeah, I'm not going as Craig David because I can't get the mask. I was going to buy the mask actually years ago, and I wish I had of, but they don't sell them anymore. But the costume that I've got is awesome. It's awesome. So you're going to get to see that in February. So carnivals are between February and March, and I'll keep you posted on them, either on the website or on there on YouTube. So one last look at these beautiful green sides. Look, everyone's coming down for the Insta shot. If you've got a car, look, all you need to do is head towards Puerto Calero. You'll see the Yiser School there, look. Come down this road. You can pull in on this dirt track and you can just get some fantastic pictures if you want, okay? It's gorgeous. Look at that. Beautiful. Gorgeous. Right, time for me to say goodbye, I think. 1 second. Well, there you go. That was an interesting one, wasn't it, for a Sunday morning? Something a little bit different. We saw a bit of both. We saw a bit of the touristy locations, your bars and restaurants, down at Puerto Calero. Don't forget down there, you got Submarine, you got Catlands, you got some great boat trips, private ones, normal ones, you've got the lot, taxi boats, ferries, everything. www.travelon.world to book all your trips, tours and excursions. Use the code TTK. I'll be back next Sunday at 9 on TikTok. Might even throw in a couple more. And, well, the green grass of Lanzarote. Shall see you later, YouTube. Make sure to subscribe if you haven't already.